Good morning, Tehmina Khan is here in TKMaths is fun. In today's video, we will see a past paper question on the topic graphs of function, which is a part of the syllabus of O-level mathematics. Question is taken from June 16 to question number 8. Now, just a quick recap that in the syllabus of graphs of function, these are the concepts you need to understand. And in this question, we are covering this aspect, like table is given, we will find the value. Then we are also covering this aspect. We will give or solve the equations using graphical method, using this graph. And we are also applying this concept. So this is a very good question. And interpretation of graph, I will give you a quick recap here, but the question will not cover this aspect, okay, of the syllabus. Now, one thing on my website address, if you go and under the heading of challenging question, you will see all the headings here of the topic of the syllabus. You click on it and you will see all the videos I have made. So it's a good resource for revision or recap of any concept. Now, in the previous video, I've already explained the meaning of tangent and curve. I'm just showing you quickly because I will use this in the question. So this is the meaning of tangent, the line which is touching the curve. And very quickly, I will show here different types of graphs. So exponential graphs, functions have this type of graph. And reciprocal functions, the equations which are written in the denominator, it is x. So these type of graph, depending a is positive or negative, the numerator value. And cubic functions have these type of graphs. This is, I was just trying to explain something, so forget about it. So it may intercept at 3 point, 2 point, or just passing through the origin. Shape of the graph is important, which I want to emphasize. And it depends on the coefficient of x cube. If it is positive, these type of graph you get. If it is negative, these type of graph you get. And then if your x square is in the denominator and numerator has some positive value, this is the graph. If a is negative, then you get this type of a sketch. You need to recall all this, right? Quadratic you already know, which is called parabola. If the coefficient of x square is positive, it is minimum value curve. If it is negative, it is maximum value curve. I have taken here two type of graph here just to show it may intercept at 1 point or 2 points on the x-axis. And linear graph is of, y is equals to positive number, it will be horizontal line, negative horizontal line below the x-axis. And if it is in the shape y is equals to mx plus c, then shape will be this way or this way, depending what is the coefficient of x. So this is I have explained in the previous video also. So let's see this question. The first part of the question, now there are A, B, C, D, E, so many parts. That's why this question is very good. It covers so many concepts. Now the first part we will do one by one. Equation of the curve is given to you here, 1 upon 4 into 2 power x. You have to complete the table. In this part, the very simple thing is this value of x you plug in here and you will get the value you will plug in here. Then you have to draw this graph using these points on this graph, right? I have done it here for you. If you want to try out yourself, you can work side by side by putting video on pause. Okay, so here I got the value of y by substituting x1 in the equation over here. So once I plot all these points in the graph, I get this shape. Do not consider on the black line. This is the answer of part C. So this red line, red curve is the answer of part B, where you have to draw the graph of this equation. C part is saying that by drawing a suitable line, find the gradient of your graph where x is equals to 4. So x is equals to 4 is here. So I saw the point on the curve is here and I drew the tangent. Exactly the same thing you will draw. After drawing the tangent, because question is saying using this line, find out the gradient, I have picked up 2 points here. Achha, by the way, the points may be different for different people. because this line shape may be, sometimes what happened, let me tell you here. For example, maybe somebody draw the line something like this. Maybe somebody draw the line because, little bit error is acceptable. Anybody can make mistake. It may be 100% precise or not. That's why answers we get through graph are called approximate answers. Okay, so after drawing the tangent, I have picked up these 2 points because they were easy for me to read. Mostly we do not pick up the point at which we are finding the tangent. So we take one point on this side, other point on this side. And now you know the formula for the gradient is what? y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I'm plugging in the values of those points. And I got this answer. In the marking key, there was a range of answer given which was acceptable. It was from 2.3 to 3.0. So you see a big range, not just one answer is acceptable. Now part B says, show that this line together with the graph can be used to solve this equation. Now this is very important. What does it mean? This graph we have already plotted up there, right? Now if you draw this line also, the question is saying to show that the intersection point of these two graphs will actually represent the solution of this. It means if I put this equation equals to this by making y a subject here, if I put these two equations equal to each other and simplify it, it will be equal to this. So let's do this. So I will make y a subject here. You can see 6 minus 2x. Then I'm substituting this equation and this equation equal to each other. Cross multiply 4 times this and this. And after this I rearranged. I got this. So what does this represent? This represents that the solution of this equation, just a minute, that the solution of this equation is actually where the graph of this line and the graph of this intersect. When you put two equations of function equal to each other, graphically it means that where these two graphs are intercepting. That will be the solution of this equation, right? So this part was saying just show that this line and this curve will actually give you the solution of this. So we have shown it here. After that question says, hence solve this. Now he's asking solve this. And hence mean making use of the previous concept, previous part of the question. Otherwise, if this question will come as it is, you will not be able to solve as a O-level maths student because you don't know how to solve it. Right? So now we will make use of the concept that where this line and this curve is intersecting. Curve we have already sketched, so we will just sketch the line 6 minus 2x. Okay, 6 minus 2x we will draw. Now one thing, please remember. If you recall y is equals to mx plus c, when your gradient is negative, the line has this type of shape. So this line will have this type of shape, negative gradient. So without even drawing, I can see that. And this 6, which is like a constant, is the point on the y-axis through which the line will pass. So this is my 6 here. To get another point, I'm just taking x is equals to 2. I have substituted here to get just one more point. So I got point x2, y2. I marked it here, 2, 2. You can see here, I got this point which was y-intercept, which I got from the equation, and 2, 2. And I drew the line. Now this line is intercepting the curve at this point, which is approximately 2.3, right? So this is your solution of the equation, right? Then question is saying the point P and Q are these respectively. Find the gradient. So this is simple. You just need to apply the gradient formula. You got it here. Second part of the question is saying on the grid, this grid on which you are plotting your points and other thing, draw a line which is parallel to PQ and touches the curve. Now, a line which is parallel to PQ and touches the curve, what does it mean? So first of all, we will draw a line PQ, right? I have drawn this line, green color line is PQ, right? These are the 2 points which were given to us in the question, 2, 3 and 5, 4. Now, when second part of the question says, on the grid, draw the line which is parallel to PQ and touches the curve. What you will do, you will put your ruler here, like, just a minute. You will put your ruler. Let me take another line here so that I can explain what do I mean. So you will, for example, this is your ruler, right? You will put your ruler here and parallel to this green line, which is line PQ, and start moving it or sliding it down and stop the ruler at the point where it touches the curve and draw the line there. You get my point? So this is how you will get another line which is parallel to PQ and touches the curve. And then last part of the question is saying, write down the equation of this line. So this is my L line, which I have just drawn. I have to find the equation of this line using the graph. Because line is parallel, the gradient is same, 1 upon 3. Then you can see from the graph where this line is passing through on the y-axis. Now this will be different to different student, a bit different, not very different. So I am taking it C as 0.1 because to me this is passing through 0.1 very close, because you see 2 is here, 1 is here, this is 0.5. So to me this is 0.1. Marking key is accepting all the answers between 0 to 2.5, 0.25. So I hope you understood this question. Thank you very much for watching. Please share it with your friends. Like it and subscribe it to encourage me. Take care. Allah Hafiz.